Welcome to Real Hollywoodland, where we delve into the stars and stories of old Hollywood. Before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want more old Hollywood related videos. Okay, enough of that, let's dive in. It has been announced that there will be another biopic based on the lives of classic Hollywood stars. So I wanted to make a quick video to discuss what to expect and my initial thoughts. So who are the lucky subjects this time? Well, this time it's legendary dancing pair Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Jamie Bell and Margaret Qualley will star in the Amazon original as Fred and Ginger, and will tell the untold love story between the two. Jamie starred in 2000's Billy Elliot, and Margaret was in Fosse Verdon as dancer Anne Renking. The release date hasn't been announced, so I'm guessing it's going to be sometime in late 2021. To me, the casting seems pretty good, but there are still a few issues with this and one major issue which I'll discuss at the end. But first, let's briefly talk about Fred and Ginger's careers. Both Fred and Ginger started their careers in vaudeville and began working together at RKO Studios in 1939 and would make 10 films together. Their first picture together was Flying Down in Rio in 1933. They weren't headliners in their first few pictures, but by 1937 they were big box office names. Their last movie together at RKO was 1939's The Story of Vernon and Irene Castle, when the partnership was forced to come to an end. This was largely because RKO was facing bankruptcy and could no longer afford the expensive Astaire and Rogers productions. It seemed as though they were both ready to move on at that point anyway, because Ginger wanted more dramatic roles, and Fred didn't want to be continued to be paired with the same person over and over again. Plus, in 1938, Fred had made the infamous list of box office poison by the Independent Theater Owners of America. This list also included Greta Garbo, Marlene Dietrich, Joan Crawford, and Katharine Hepburn, among others, so he really wasn't in bad company. Ginger would go on to win the Oscar for Best Actress in 1941, for Kitty Foyle, and her career continued to do well throughout the 40s before reuniting with Fred in 1949. After Fred left RKO, he worked as a free agent making a variety of films including You'll Never Get Rich in 1941 with Rita Hayworth and The Broadway Melody of 1940 with Eleanor Powell. After several pictures, he announced his early retirement in 1946 and founded the Fred Astaire Dance Studios. This retirement didn't last long because he was back in front of the camera in 1948's Easter Parade opposite Judy Garland when Gene Kelly was injured and needed to be replaced. I love this movie, so definitely check it out. The next year, 1949, he would reunite with Ginger for Barclays of Broadway when Ginger came to replace Judy. It was clear they had a great professional partnership, but was there more to the story? The premise of the upcoming movie is that Fred and Ginger had a secret romance. The thing is, there's little if any evidence to back this up. In reality, although they had great on-screen chemistry, they were pretty distant in their private lives. If you've seen anything that points to an actual romance between Fred and Ginger, please let me know in the comments. I would love to read about it. But as far as I know, there isn't anything. Like I said in my video about the 2019 Judy biopic starring Renee Zellweger, which I'll link below, I truly don't see the point of putting real people in fake scenarios. Why not just make a pure fiction movie similar to Dreamgirls, where you know it's based on the Supremes, but they change the names in some circumstances, so it gives the writers and actors more creative freedom. If they had used this approach, I would be all for it. Here's the biggest issue that I have with this upcoming movie. Beyond the questionable plot, my major problem with this is that Fred made it abundantly clear that he did not want anyone to portray him in film. When he was alive, he said, quote, "However much they offer me, and the offers come in all the time, I shall not sell," end quote. That was him referring to people offering him money for his life story. Astaire's will included a clause requesting that no such portrayal of him ever take place. He commented, quote, "It is there because I have no particular desire to have my life misinterpreted, which it would be," end quote. He knew at some point in the future this day would come, and it seems as though that time is now. For whatever reason, the makers of this movie have chosen to ignore Fred's wishes and make a biopic about him anyway. That is the part that's most disturbing to me. I think we should honor the wishes of the dead, especially if they make a point to put a specific clause in their will, but, that's just me. I'm sure I'll watch the film when it comes out, and as of now we have no idea how accurate it will be. However, I'm willing to assume it will have a loose relationship with the truth. On a positive note, if it turns on another generation to classic movies, then I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. As I said, there is no release date yet, so that gives anyone interested time to watch any or all of their 10 movies together. What cannot be denied is that they had incredible on-screen chemistry and made amazing dance partners. If you want to know more about them, take the time to watch their films. Let me know in the comments how many other movies that you've seen or how many you plan to watch before this new biopic comes out. I'll keep an open mind about this movie and I'll do a full review once it comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more old Hollywood content.